What is up, guys? Welcome back to Dan's Reviews, and today we're going to be doing another Walking Dead single issue review, and this is going to be kind of our monthly review for The Walking Dead issue 168, which is called The Road's End. Now, this issue was really great. Now, what we're going to be doing on this channel from now on, we're going to be doing kind of our first impression, kind of live, kind of after the first time of reading the issue, and then the next day I will do a more in-depth review, kind of after I've read it, at least one or two more times, that type of deal. So this is kind of gonna be a first thoughts review is what I'm gonna call it. So we're not gonna go into too many details. Kind of talk about the peaks of this issue, and then tomorrow I'm gonna be doing a in-depth, more so review of the actual issue. So because people really want to see like a really in-depth, issue type of review that are probably like 10 minutes or so. So okay, so this cover, I really like this cover, and just to say, there is a variant, I could not find it, so I'm probably going to have to order that, but, because it wasn't at my comic book shop. Also, I got Extremity, if you can see that back there, issue 4. Now, I haven't read issue 3 yet. I've ordered that as well, both of those issues I ordered, and yeah, so issue 4 right there. So really, really cool pickup today, and yeah, really cool. So this issue, okay, this one I'm kind of torn, to be honest. Oh my god. This one I'm kind of torn, to be honest with you, because when it comes to this issue, I feel like, I can't believe I actually got that on camera. Something feels off about this issue to me, and I'll explain why. To me, it seems like this one is kind of a aftermath of issue 167, and I really, really enjoy the cover. Okay, so we'll talk about that first. This one's really cool. We have like the saviors, and they're all down. You have Negan. This is actually one of my favorites, and this actually kind of mirrors, I want to say, and at least, and write in the comments if you guys see what I'm seeing here. Does this kind of mirror issue 103? To me, it kind of does. You know, with the white. You get the shadows, right, of the actual people on the ground. And instead of it being Rick, it's some of the saviors, right? And I really like the way that resembles that issue. So write down in the comments if you guys kind of see what I'm seeing right here. So, okay, now this issue was pretty good. We have like an aftermath of what happened with Andrea. I don't know. I find this issue kind of, I'm not a big fan of like aftermaths. I find them to be kind of, but this was a great issue, however, and we see kind of everybody here, and it's kind of like after everything, we see them burning the Walker bodies right here, so it's kind of the end of No Way Out Part 2, I guess, if you want to call it that. Then we see basically some of these saviors come to the walls as they're building it. And it's pretty cool because we see Rick and this guy here. I always forget his name. What's his name? I'm trying to remember because I have a hard time for some reason. John. So okay. Yeah. So John talks to Rick, and it's a really great scene because Rick says right here he kind of pulls it out of him, right? And he says, "I killed Sherry." Of course, he had no choice, but now we're kind of seeing how everybody reacts. And then we see Negan come in. So very heavy Negan issue this month. We see Negan, and he gives this whole speech, and he kind of says that we can go back to how it was before, and Rick's not kind of trusting him, right? And we see Rick right there, and he's kind of like, "Oh my God, what was Negan up to now?" So really cool. I really like this also where we see basically this scene right here is kind of cool because we see Mark, and he basically says that he wants Negan in charge again and pinning down groups and making them work for him. And Negan kind of slaps him, which I'm actually shocked he didn't say yes to. And he's like, "Really? I burnt your face and you still want to do that?" So that kind of talk, right? So really cool. Then we see Johnny kind of point a gun to Negan. right? And they're talking about Sherry, and John's kind of mad, and then we see Negan kind of work it out, but it's very, very awesome. And he says that I respect Rick Grimes. Me and Rick Grimes saved this place, and really they did. I mean, I would say they did. At least I think Negan earned it, to be honest, and Rick especially as well. So then after that, after the big freak out, we see them kind of rebuilding, which is kind of cool, and we see the funeral, and we still keep getting the scenes with Eugene where he's saying it's his fault. Yeah, and then we see Carl kind of saying, like, Dad, are you okay? We get Lydia back there, if you can see her right here. We get Carl, we get Rick, and then Rick kind of, at the end of this issue, just kind of goes and he looks at Andrea's grave and then kind of goes to sleep or whatever without her. So that's kind of sad as well. I really like this issue though. This issue was good. I just felt it to be kind of like an aftermath, and I'm not a big fan of aftermaths. I like it to go to one story arc to another. This is kind of just an aftermath of the previous issue. But this is actually the end also of Volume 28. So overall, Volume 28 itself was a pretty solid volume. I got 27 up there, 26, 25, 24, and then I got, the others down there. So, solid issue. I really enjoyed this one. I'll do a more in-depth review, kind of a, in-depth discussion, I'm going to call it tomorrow. Review of this issue more in detail, really take a look at everything and that type of deal. It's kind of a new thing I'm going to be doing on the channel. So, anyway, guys, make sure to rate your comments below about this issue, and I'll see you guys really soon.